Well, hey guys, almost forgot to do this video, but I got a couple of questions on how to do the this bushing here. So what you want to do is you want to level out the frame. See how I have a jack stand on this side? I just did the other side, but so I'm just doing this one. So I'll check this one, but it was good. That's the one I did the last time. I guess I was only missing one to do, and that was the other side. But anyways, what you want to do is you want to jack up one side. You know, I put a jack stand on that one. Then on the other side, you get something else and you want to level it. That's the one that I just did yesterday. So you want to level. You want to make sure you get it leveled. So, because then the bush, if it's not level, then the bushing is going to bind. Whatever, if it's like straight, then it will come out. But if it's a little bit crooked, it's either going to put pressure on this side or on the outside. So if it's level, you're going to be able to just push it out. What I did, I just had an old kingpin, the kingpin that I used to do in the front, and yeah. So you put the kingpin on it, then you're gonna see this is what it looks like. And then in the middle, this is the one that I just took out of there. I put urethane actually on it, trying to change everything over. There's gonna be a sleeve in there, a metal sleeve, which you can actually see a little better on this. So if what you want to do is just level it out. You're gonna need 1.5 inches. It's gonna be 1.5 inches. You're gonna need a wrench and you're gonna need a socket. And what I do is I usually take out the nut from the inside. And if you have it leveled, you know, it's gonna be a lot easier. So what I do is I put, you know, took out the nut, and then this, if it's this one I did it, this is the first one I did, so it was free to come out. So see there, this is the one I actually did. Can't remember exactly where I did it, but I think this is the first one that I did. And see, there's a metal sleeve there, and all you gotta do is push that sleeve out, and then you can take a couple of pry bars or a screwdriver and wedge it in there and pull it out. That's how I did all of them, like this. You know, this may help out somebody else out doing these bushings. And all you do when you're finished, if you put rubber, it's gonna be a lot easier to put them on. But if you're doing urethane, I can't remember if I did urethane on this side or not. It feels like urethane, but I'm not sure. So all you do is you will line it up, and then you will, like how I do it, I push the middle section in, because there's going to be 4 sections. One here. So you will of course take off the cap, like what I did there. I take off the cap and I take off the sleeve in the middle, and I actually wedge this right here. I clean it out. If I take it out, I usually clean out the bore with the sandpaper or a wire wheel or whatever, and then you want to clean out the bore. Now after that, I put either WD-40 or blaster or PP blaster in there, and then I coat it, and then I coat this too. So you're able to take. Okay, so I will, like when I'm trying to install it back again, urethane is going to be a little bit harder to do than rubber, but you know, it lasts longer. So what I would do then is I would take the sleeve out, the metal sleeve in the inside, then I will coat this with PB blaster. I will clean it out real good, and then I will, you know, clean up the board so everything slides easier. Then I would like coat this too with PB blaster or some kind of lubricant. You use oil or whatever, but PB blaster works. So then, you know, you slide that one from the inside, and you slide the other one from the outside here. And you're gonna have to, you know, you have to move it a little bit up and down, make sure you align it, and then you push it in. What I do is, like, I set it, I put a pry bar right in there in the side and move it until I align it. From there, I'm able to like align and stuff, and so I coated this and I put it in the middle. Then I hammer it in on the corner here with a rubber mallet. I should have showed this yesterday, but and then all you do is somebody can get an idea of, you know, the most important thing is getting the frame perfectly level. That is the key. I think I've done all of them now, but I'm going to be changing over to urethane. I got all 4 urethane, but I guess I already had done that one with urethane. But in any case, this is what it looks like. You take the sleeve out, then you hammer that in, you know, you align it up, you hammer that in, and then then you put both of them inside. After that, then you take more PP blaster and you hammer that, and you hammer the sleeve in. Same thing with either a rubber mallet or just a regular mallet, like a 5-pounder, and you're going to slide that in. And at the end, to cramp everything down, all you do is you will put the caps and you put it inside there. That actually, you know, it's got a little taper there. You would align it, bam, you put it like that. Same thing in the other side. And if, you know, if it's not going to be, because it's going to be hard to push in, so you put it like that. And then what I do is I wedge this one inside going in, and then it'll cap, and this will sit flush with that, and then it will sit flush just like that, right? And then you put the other side, and then you will come from the inside and you will like tighten it down that way, and that'll like put pressure on it on both sides. This will, I guess, will expand a little bit, and that will make it tight. Okay, yeah, hopefully this helps somebody else out that, you know, trying to get an idea of how this is done. This is how I did it. May work for somebody else, may not. Just a little idea for somebody else to do. All right, guys. Thing you want to do: level the truck out, level the frame out. I got some jack stands in the other side. I got this jack here on some stuff, on some blocks. Level it out as best you can. Second point: get an 1.5 inch socket and an 1.5 inch wrench. Put it in one side. I usually set the socket in the other side. Hit it with old trusty here. Literally, this thing works really good. Takes everything out except well, some of the U-bolts and some of the lug nut. That's the only thing this thing can do. Anyways, 1.5 inch. Hold the other side. Take it off. I already did this, but I'm just trying to make it easier for you guys. So then, bolt came off, right? At this point, if you have it somewhat level, I mean, you should be able to just take this thing off, right? Now, you are gonna get a screwdriver, pry it in here, pry this thing out. There's 2 caps. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand. We'll see if we can do it. We just put it in here. See that? We can work it out. See that? This is still in good shape, but you know, just like this. Take that one out. See, when you're trying to get it leveled, you gotta watch it, that bushing there, and you're gonna see it when I jack it up. See how it's putting pressure, like it's jacking, like it's putting pressure more on the bottom than the top. What you want to do is get it leveled. See that right there? Feels a little bit more level. Now, what I usually do, feel it like that, feel it moving a little bit. Now that feels a little bit better. So now I'm going to go on the other side, remove the other one of this. See, this one's I just replaced a little while ago, but since I'm going all urethane, I have urethane on the other side, so I'm going to do these other 2 here. That way I have all urethane on all 4 sides, and I don't have to worry about it for a really long time. Second thing, 1.25 inch socket would fit directly on there. So all you do is get a little hammer, it's going right out to the other side, and you still have a little room to take that socket out so it doesn't wedge it in there. Got the pin, socket's still in there, but all you do is I usually just get the old nut and the old bolt and just push it back through. There you have it. Now, for those bushings, what I like to do is I have this long screwdrivers from Harbor Freight. They're like 10 bucks a piece. I think 10 bucks or 15 bucks for the set. All you do is just wedge it in. Wedge it in there, or you can use actually that one there. Just a little pry bar. You push it in, you collapse that bushing, and then you're able just to pull it out. See, I jam it in there. All you do is push it up, and see how that it just comes out. And all you do is you jam a bigger size in there, and you just pry the old bushing out. And you can see this was done not that long ago. Since I put the truck to work, I've only put about 60,000 miles, I think, on it, or less than that. And I did do this bushings before. But yeah, you know, from this, you just take both of the other side two bushings out, the intermediate bushings, because the other bushing came out when I pushed that little sleeve through. I know, sleeve or whatever you want to call it. The center pin, or the metal part that goes in between the bushings. When it comes to clean it out, this is what I like to use. You just put it in there, spin it. Clean it out real quick so the other bushing will slide. You feel it too, see how it is. And it's got a couple of spots, but you know, that's what I do. And then I would, when I'm putting the other one in, I would see how the other one is over there on the other side. I don't know how good you can see it there, but yeah. See, I took that one out already. And see how it expands a little bit. That's why you gotta pry it in and try to collapse it in the side, so you're able to take that lip out. And that's usually what ends up being here. Because when you put pressure into it, it's gonna force it out. You know, it can only go so much. So that is just gonna force it out into the thing, into the ridge here, and it's gonna cause that to happen. So yeah, okay. Okay, so I did the same thing on this side like that. You're gonna coat it. See how I coated it with either WD-40 or I like PB Blaster because I get it by the gallon. All right, now you put it on there, and you're gonna coat this thing too. And you're gonna center it just like that. And sometimes it goes right in there like this. If you have it level, like exactly level, it will just pop. Oh shit, I should have put more in there, but I want to put some more right now. So when you coat it, it's just gonna go in like that. And then you just hit it a couple of more times with a rubber mallet. You don't want to hit it with a regular mallet. You want to hit it with a rubber mallet, because if you do it like that, man, I can't reach it. If you hit it with a rubber mallet, you see that? Pops right in. It's kind of hard to do it one hand and I record it, but yeah, see, there you go. Now, nice and neat. There's a lip. If you know, if you notice in the other video, in the other piece, there's a lip on this side that flat part is going to stop into. The bushing itself, it's got two pieces. It's got one flat piece, and the other one is like kind of like steps that, like it has steps like this, because when this goes in there, it's got the same thing. So this is gonna slide in here, like so, and that is gonna pull it through, and then that's gonna create a, it's gonna squish it, and you know, it's gonna like that. So it actually went good right now, because it went right in without me having to put more lubricant in here. But I like putting some lubricant so it goes in there a lot easier, and it doesn't get cut, and it doesn't get, you know, messed up whenever I'm trying to set this thing in there. Because if it's a little bit out of alignment, it's going to be a lot harder to do. But since this bushing is good here, I'm actually going to replace everything with urethane. That I already did two with urethane. And if you have one with urethane and one without, actually it will wear out the side that doesn't have urethane. That was my experience. I don't know about anybody else's, but I have urethane in one side, and then I left the other side with regular rubber, and it wore it out quicker. So I mean, I don't know how much difference it would make, but I like urethane better. I don't know if that's, everybody's different, so that's just my preference. And I wanted to use the Atro kind like I use in the torque arms, but I was down in Miami and they had this, so hopefully I didn't make a mistake using the Autobahn style instead of the Atro one, so we'll see. All right, so now I gotta do the other side. That is the lip I was talking about right here. The other one, it butt up against it. Now I put both of them now, and you can see how it goes. So I had to put both of them in the inside. I'm in the outside now here, and I'm gonna feed both of the pieces through now, and see how I coated it with a PB Blaster. That way it helps it lubricate going in. You have it in, and it will go in. You will get this, and you will put it in here, like so. See how it's just about tapered with this? I like to hit it a little bit more. That is like that, and the other side it will be the same. Well, it will level itself out because this little lip that it has, and all I gotta do now is put this thing, put it all through, set it there, see how it's got a little bit of a spacing. Now in the back I would just put, you know, in the other side, same thing. I will put the other little cap that it has with the new nut, and I like tying it down here in the beginning and then tying out over there, because this will actually pull it through and then set this side, and then I can go inside with the same half incher and then finish pulling it through. That way I know this side is completely finished, and I can just make it tight in the other side, and that's about it. This is what you will get. You know, tying down one side, tying out this side first, hold it with the wrench in the other, and then tying it up in the other side, and you will have flush like this. Bam. And you have flush like that. If it's being stubborn, you can loosen up this nut and this nut here. What it does is and you can loosen this one up too, because what it does, this, and that is what's holding this piece together with this three nut is what's holding that together. This is how you do alignment here. When stacking all those spacers is how they get the truck aligned. And yeah, and this works with a couple of different systems, as long as you have the big bolt in the middle. This is a low air leaf, probably early 2000s air leaf on it. The guy did a cutoff before on this truck, so I only, you know, my dad's 378 has the same system, so I'm able to use his VIN to get parts. But yeah, I got a DS402s on this thing, and yeah, so hopefully this video will help somebody else out. You know, you can repeat the process in all of them four. I already got 2 of them done, and I have the other urethane there, and then I'm gonna do the other one here in a couple minutes on the other side. Same process. If your bushings are not totally messed up, if your bushings are worn more than mine were not very worn, but I wanted to go with urethane because they last longer, and I'm gonna get the truck realigned, the alignment check, and I know it's out of alignment, but I want them to check on my on all my rear ends, and I'm gonna tighten up on my U-bolts and see, hopefully I can get rid of my vibration like that, because I do have a little bit of vibration, and it comes out, and I did see that my steers were not round completely. They're Bridgestones. Those are original tires instead of over-the-road tires like this here is open shoulder. It's good off-road and good at the Northeast when there's snows and stuff, but over the road at 70 miles an hour, not very good. It's luggy. I like the 726s for that, but you know, this is for another video. Yeah, so like, subscribe, and comment. Have any questions, leave them down below, and if you have and you can go ahead and go to my on my Instagram, which is ratroute359. Same thing as the channel. I'm able to see more of the notifications there. But yeah, please like and subscribe. And yes, all right, see you next time, guys.